What's crack, it's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And we're going over the Cardinals, man. I'm the Cardinals GM for a day. What would I do in free agency during the draft for their offseason? Go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. And if you're not new to the channel, you already know all the content I got going on, especially with the draft. Love me some draft. But if you are new to the channel, we just do football here. Plain and simple. We do football. Glad you're here. But let's talk Cardinals. See what they would do in this predicament, because I'm the GM now. So what are my first moves? Well, take a look at the Cardinals salary cap situation. They got $53 million in cap, and we can do better. We can release a few guys, and you're probably not gonna like this. I end up releasing Patrick Peterson. Ideally, you'd probably trade him, but I can't trade. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to release guys. So I'm releasing Patrick Peterson. I'm getting rid of Robert Alford. Save $17 million. Now we got $7 million to kind of play with in this draft, or in this free agency. So let's take a look at who we may get. Well, let's take a look at who I want to resign first, because there are a couple of guys I want to keep on the roster. We got Zane Gonzalez, the kicker. You need a kicker, man. Every team needs a good kicker, because I know, let me take a look at this, because a few of these guys, they got tenders that we can sign them to, like Gonzalez. We can put a free agency restricted free agent tender on him, so it'd be like 1 year, $2 million, so that's not bad. Bring back Marcus Gilbert. I really want to do that because I know he's kind of injured, but gives a veteran presence to the offensive line. So 1 year, $2 million. Seems like that'll be in the ballpark. And then a low round tender, because these tenders, they work. I did this all on Over the Cap. They got their stuff together, so it makes it easy to try to figure out what you want to do. But we could bring him back for $805,000 on the year. So Justin Murray, I think this guy can develop into quality tackle. So we end up spending $6 million, not half bad. We're at $64 million as far as our salary cap. And then our last re-signing, you gotta bring back Kenyon Drake. So Cards Wire, I believe is the website, cardswire.com. They did a good article on what they expect Kenyon Drake to get. So I gave him 4 years, $25 million. David Johnson, he would actually, we would end up losing money for the salary cap. So we got to bring him back. Maybe find a trade next offseason for him. So you got good running backs there with Chase Edmonds there as well. So let's go to who we're going to sign in free agency, because you don't want to spend it all, but I spent a good chunk. I ended up signing Brian Bulaga, 2 years, $14 million. You're bringing a guy, again, injuries, big concern, and his plays dipped off a little bit. Not much, though. He still plays at a pretty good level, but you need him on the field. Bring him in for $7 million a year for 2 seasons. That's not half bad. Also bringing in Ted Karras, the center for the Patriots. He did a great job filling in for Andrews this year. We give him 5 years, $55 million. So Chipley, he had a pretty good year, but we bring in a guy who was very good last season, and we try to get that offensive line to look a little bit better, give Kyler Murray a little bit more time. Bring in Deion Buchanan, just because he's kind of a guy that's kind of familiar with the team, not necessarily familiar with the coaching staff anymore, but you could bring him in cheap to kind of help with the linebacking core. You saw what it did for the 49ers and Jimmy Ward. Granted, a little bit of different situation, but still. And then Vernon Butler, this guy, he's played decently in small samples, or in small little increments. So 2 years, $7 million, a former first rounder. So he's got ability. We need a little help on that defensive line. So bringing him ain't half bad. And then, so we're sitting there at $36 million. And my big sign in here ends up being Byron Jones. We give him 4 years, $58 million, maybe a little cheap. I was comparing it to some other contracts, and honestly, he might end up getting more than this, but this guy that would be, if I was the Cardinals, he would be my top free agent, like going after. He was phenomenal for Dallas. I think they're going to make a mistake by not re-signing him, and I'm pretty sure he's not going to get re-signed, especially if they want to pay like Dak or Cooper. So bring him in. And now you got you got Byron Murphy and Byron Jones. You got the brothers Byron there. So I like how our secondary is looking. We got some good pieces there with Jalen Thompson. I think he might be on the verge of a breakout season next season. So going to the draft, we kind of know what we want to address at this point. Or at least what we want to do, you know. So looking at that, what I want to do, I wouldn't focus at wide receiver at all, because we got like Keyshawn Johnson who got some good experience this year. We got Hakeem Butler, who he was a little bit injured, didn't really get to play on the field, but I want to see him play before we make a move. It's a deep receiving class. We could go late, so I really want to address maybe the offensive line. I'm probably gonna go hard on defensive talent though, try to shore up that defense. So let's go ahead. Let's do that. This is a 7-round draft for the Cardinals. I'm in this seat, and I don't even want to touch tackle. We got some decency at tackle with Bulaga and Gilbert, and maybe Murray, who might turn to something. We could go Andrew Thomas here, Tristan Wirfs. Those are both very appealing choices. But honestly, I wouldn't mind going those guys in the second round, or going there in the second round, or even in the third round. So what I'm thinking is AJ Epinesa or Derek Brown. So I think we're gonna go with tough choice. I think we're going with Derek Brown. Get some pass rush. Hopefully, you know, if he checks out well, get some pass rush on the line. Honestly, I would rather Kinlaw at this stage, and I know y'all ain't gonna like that. I think he's got a higher upside. I think I'm gonna do that though. I like Kinlaw better as a prospect. I think he's got a higher ceiling. I'm going Javon Kinlaw. I know that's gonna take a lot of heat, you know. And if you're one of those guys that are like, well, you should have got Derek Brown, just make believe I took Derek Brown. I think Kinlaw's got the higher upside. I'm just saying. So we go ahead, we do that. I'm feeling good going into this next pick. And let's see who's available for us. Kenneth Murray's gone. I'm a big Patrick Queen guy. I know a lot of people aren't though. I'm thinking maybe pass rusher. And then here we are. Oh, Nick Harris wouldn't have been bad, but I think he's a better center type of guy. All right. So taking a look here, we could look at. I want to look at corner. You know, Gladney. He pops off. Just looking. Just saying. Patrick Queen's there. Won't mind Queen or die. Actually, we do need to shore up the linebacker position. Edge. I don't think we have to go edge here, because a lot of the guys I would like, honestly, like Akawara, Terrell Lewis, they're off the board. So I feel better about going linebacker. Safety too. Oh gosh, those are some good safeties there. Honestly, if one of them is still available, I might go there. Josh Jones is very sexy pick. But man, the linebacking core or linebackers really really fall off from here. See, and I don't like how I think Gaither wouldn't be there in the third round. I think you can't pass up on Josh Jones in the second. So, okay, there you go. We got our tackle. So, Gaither we know is going to be there for I think they have a third round pick. I'm pretty sure they do. Looking at the receivers. Oh, there goes Ayuk. You could get good receivers later in the draft. Corner, Bryce Hall, Jalen Johnson are still there. Those are very appealing picks. What are my? Okay, that's a good haul so far. Dantzler. Kind of shuffling between those two, but looking at the edge. Oh, Zach Zach Bond shouldn't fall this far. I love him as not necessarily as a pass rusher, but just what he can provide. And at safety, yeah, the safeties are gone. Oh, dude, Kayvon Wallace, yo, no lie, he's gonna be a good slot corner. Just saying. Tight end doesn't really matter. Receiver doesn't really matter. Tyler Biadasz, wow, still here, man. He has fallen down some boards. That's good value, man. And who am I to pass up on good value? Yeah, but so is Bond. Yeah, we're gonna go Zach Bond. These drafts are always so tough. So far, I really like our picks. Honestly, these are all really, really good players, and I still want to address linebacker. Here comes our pick. Do it. I know who I want. I'm not even looking at any other guys, dude. We want an edge. He's a bit undersized, but I like. Okay, listen, Joshua Uche is one of my favorite prospects in this draft. Some say he's a bit undersized. They have him here at 250. I've seen him as low as 240. Big difference, but honestly, that provides some help at the edge. Bond, I think, is going to be more of an off-ball linebacker. And Breedson. Let's not talk about it. Let's not talk about Ed Breedson. So I think I'm gonna go with Uche. We could still address the defensive interior a little bit. Jordan Elliott wouldn't be there. I think he's a first or second round pick, so I'm gonna ignore him. Let's take a look at the offensive line, because you could always add more stuff to the offensive line. Do we got a pick coming up someday? Look like it. Wide receiver, Michael Pittman shouldn't be there. Okay, good, he's gone. Let's clear that up for me. Jawan Jennings shouldn't be there. I think he is starting to be borderline of he's a second round pick in my opinion. I'm not gonna act like he's off the board. Same with Akeem Gaither, because I think he'll be off the board by day 3. Oh my gosh, Cardinals, where's your picks? Where are your picks, Cardinals? Dang. I mean, we've done good with what we got. Defensive interior. Oh, actually, I see a guy I like. Let's take a look at safeties as well. I want it safety pops off the board for me. Hey, look. We finally get a pick. Take a look at linebacker. The only thing with Francis Bernard is he's 25. I really don't need to look at edge, defensive interior. Robert Windsor, he's gonna be a steal late. Get a good run blocker in Hamilton. I really do like Agam. He played well in his, what was it? The it was either the NFLPA Bowl or the East West Shrine game. I couldn't remember which. I wouldn't mind bringing another corner in. Doesn't really pop off to me like as must get. Like AJ Green, Jackson, Lavert Hill if we played more man. Whoops. And looking at safety, because safety help ain't always bad. I love Jalen Hawkins. I think he's underappreciated. We could probably wait till our next pick to get him. Calvin Throckmorton, he is not going to be available here. I'm not even going to look at that. That's wild. Taking too much time on this pick, for being honest. I think I'm gonna go with a boy here. Try to shore up that defensive interior. You still got Zach Allen there. We paid Vernon Butler, but it's not bad to bring in guys to help fill a position, help fill a role. Spent so much. Gosh, these receivers are just falling. Oh wow. Look at they took who I wanted. Actually, no one I want from this group. So that's unfortunate. I think you're better on the inside, my friend. You know what? There ain't nothing wrong with getting a good slot corner this late in the draft. Also, nothing wrong with getting someone good with size, especially if Hakeem Butler doesn't pan out. So that's what I'm gonna do with Gandy Golden, and then I hope they have another pick. And I think Devontae Taylor's gone. Yeah, they don't have another pick, so that's our draft. Wow, only 6 picks. You know what? I think we did well though with this. You know, we addressed the offensive line quite a bit. Well, okay, with 1 pick. Whoop-de-doo. My bad. But looking at this, Kinlaw and Agam, I'm going to get his name wrong, my mistake. But they helped shore up with Zach Allen. We got Vernon Butler there too. So those are good. Antonio Golden, not a bad last pick if you're going to ask me. Bond, he provides a lot of, I think he's going to be an off-ball type of guy, especially there with Hicks. So I like that. Uchi gives you an actual edge. Then Josh Jones, we got for the future. But that's it for the video. Go ahead and do the YouTube thing. Much appreciated. Much obliged. Hopefully you weren't too offended by my Cardinals rebuild. Remember, this one season. It's one season. We'll see how it goes. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.